Hi, I'm Christophe Langlois and you're on Visible Banking. So this is the second part of the two-part video dedicated to UK banks, students and social media. Indeed, in the last few months and even 12 months if, for Barclays, you saw that in the UK banks are trying to leverage social media to reach out to students. The almighty Gen Y. Can they do it? Well, yes, they can try. We'll see how successful they will be. The first part of the video was about HSBC students. They just launched, like a couple of weeks ago, a contest on Facebook to win basically bursaries for up to 8 students in the UK, for a value of, for every single of them, £15,000, which is quite a big number. Then you've got a very different approach, Santander, okay? Last year the page existed already. It used to be called AB Students, okay? Santander rebranded its AB branches in the UK, which makes sense. So now the same page, but it's called Santander Students, yeah? I love whatever, £50. The idea is that last year they launched a competition on Facebook whereby you could win £50 per hour for 30 days. For students, which is good. Students need money. It's quite easy to take part. You just have to use an application, even if it's very annoying. But they do it. They want the money. They try. They were successful with up to, I think, around 25,000 users or people who liked the page at the time. Then it decreased, which is quite fair enough because there was no activity on the page, no activity from the bank, a bit from youngsters and teenagers, and now they decide to do it again. So the competition started just a week to 10 days ago. Yeah, we're on the 26th of August today as I'm recording the video. So this is the page, very different from HSBC's because people can still upload or create content on the page directly, but apparently there's no moderation from Santander, which is a bit concerning sometimes, shall I say. This was the post on the wall whereby they announced the new competition. Okay, the post is from the 18th, but the competition started, I believe, on the 23rd, the Monday. This is it, so we're going to do it again, so please take part of the contest. At the moment, roughly between 31 and 32,000 people like the page. But the key question is, what will be the impact on the brand? How positive is it going to be? Yeah? Will it be enough to change perception from students? Here, that's the wall, and those two examples are just examples of very negative comments. It's good to leave it open, to give access to your fans and enable them to leave comments, express themselves on your wall directly, but you need a moderation process in place. Other brands like Progressive Insurance, they do the same thing. They leave their wall open, but they moderate on very, very regular basis. And occasionally they decide to get rid of very, very abusive comments. They leave the very negative ones, okay? But on top of it, I'm confident they're listening and they get rid of the very, very abusive ones. Here, on the other hand, I don't have the feeling that there's any kind of moderation in place. Maybe very once in a while, but not consistently. And very rarely, almost never, that the bank would jump in a conversation and try to engage with people, at least directly on the Facebook wall. Another comment from a person who's quite aggressive again, yeah. Santander students, so there's a tab dedicated to the competition, and you see it's pretty straightforward. You can do two things: enterprise draw, and then you would use the application, the Facebook one, or invite more friends if you've already taken part. Okay, you can do that. Why would you do it? I'm not convinced. There's no real reason why I would be incentivized to do it now. I don't really earn anything more, I believe, but you've got the ability to do that if you wanted to. You can ask your friends to benefit of that and potentially have them, win £50, and I think it's not a bad thing, you would think, yeah. But they could have made it a bit more interesting, yeah. Do it, boom, there's a special draw to win an iPad, okay, for people who would have sent the largest number of invitations or whatever, something like that. Yeah. When you try to use the application, that's the window, the pop-up window you'll see. It's pretty intrusive. Yeah. Access my basic information. Post to my wall. Access my data anytime. And you'll see when you check the reviews, it's pretty negative. 1.5 star out of 5, so it's pretty low. Again, still it's £50. So maybe I'm a student, sorry. I need money, so maybe I'll still do it. But the application is pretty poor here. Is it a big issue? Maybe not for the mean of the competition, but I'm just saying. This is the page of the application. I think they could have changed the logo. I'm a bit surprised there's nothing there, but anyway, you see though the reviews and the monthly users, pretty significant, 23 and 24, sorry, thousand monthly users, which makes sense. They just started the competition again. Eh? That number again will go down, 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 down after the competition. So, reviews, I want to insist on that. Pretty negative, very negative. People say, well, I'm not even sure it's a real one, it's maybe fake, or I think they should work on that and make it a bit more official. So I checked their website as well. That's what you do in terms of social media promotion on your own assets, which is critical to give more exposure to initiatives you launched in the social space. I couldn't find anything on the category page, the student accounts. Again, maybe I missed it, but I think it wasn't obvious anyway. That was Santander, which is not doing much in social media, even in Spain, contrary to a BBVA, for instance, which is very, very innovative as a bank, as a financial institution in Spain, doing many things, online community, PFM, and so on. So, Barclays now, no Facebook involved. Basically, I reviewed that initiative like a good, I think now, 10 months ago, end of last year, 2009. It's called 100 Voices. And the idea was to organize a competition at the time and to identify contributors, students, and parents as well. But the 100 comes from students, 100 students that would be selected, would produce content on a regular basis, and Barclays would give them something, would reward them. And they gave them, I believe, like the reward was quite small, but a mobile broadband access for, I think, 12 or 18 months. So that was one of the key rewards at the time, yeah. I reviewed that website at the time. The key comments interface, very 1.0, no social media whatsoever, no rich, experience. So this is a totally redesigned. It didn't look like that at all. You even see like a Student Money TV. It's a TV YouTube channel. They launched like just a couple of weeks ago. Not many views for the time being, but with a few videos there. I think roughly 5 videos, and again 2 weeks old. So it's still about like letting people contributing. So I don't know if you will be able to read there, but it's in the FAQs of the site now. Is anyone paid to take part? And yes, the answer is they've got 5 paid students, writers, who contribute on a regular basis. At the same time, they want people to 100 chosen panelists to basically take part, to respond, to interact. And those people got £15 in Amazon vouchers. Is it big? I don't think so, but I mean, if they manage to drive activity and level of volume of content with only that feature or that reward, I mean, good for them, but I think it could be a bit better. But people, to incentivize that, to make it a bit more dynamic, they said that people who post at least 5 posts before, I think it's the November, the 31st, to the end of November, would enter a contest, but it's a draw, randomly. They could win, I believe, an iPad. You'll check there anyway, so which makes it a bit more interesting again. No, £500, Amazon voucher, which is pretty much the same price as an iPad now. So again, let's have a look. This is the YouTube channel. Again, 5 videos. This is the category page. So current accounts for students or AVAs, added value accounts. And if you scroll down, you find 2 logos and 2 buttons, but one is the 100 Voices, which directs to that initiative. So they kind of promote it. It's there. I just wanted to mention that in terms of videos, just to link it back to the HSBC competition. Barclays launched Barclays Live a few months ago, a good 6 months now, and the idea was to celebrate the launch of their new innovative branches, 6 or 7 in the UK. They decided to organize, well, local dancing contests. I find it fascinating, but anyway, they tried so to ask people to post, to upload their videos. So if you check that, you'll see Bristol, for instance, top 5 regional winners. So they've got videos there. There's a kind of Facebook integration, like, okay. And if you click, that was, I think it's a jewel, it's great. Your audition video, right? And to demonstrate you can dance. You can whether upload it to YouTube, which I think is good, and you kind of categorize the video or send a link. You can upload the video directly on the website, why not? And, my favorite, you can email just some text, describe the way you dance. So I think that's probably, I mean, due to legal and compliance issues, but I think that's fascinating. Video contest, you can describe the way you dance. So I dance extremely well, you know, probably something, you know, between, I don't know, Michael Jackson and probably, I don't know, John and Edward in the UK. So it's fascinating. So they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're doing a good job there. As usual, digital agencies probably haven't done you know, much or haven't advised them correctly. Content strategy is not great, especially on Twitter. Facebook, very limited interaction, and people can't post directly on the wall, I believe, yeah. And the last but not least, I wanted to again step back a bit and tell you what was happening in banking all over the world. So this is an example from Canada. Very innovative program called Young and Free in Alberta. So that's for a credit union called Severus Credit Union. So they've launched that. It's a community for under 25 years old in this region of Canada. But they launched like a few months ago big bucks for school, and the idea is to basically give money to support students, again, to go to school or university, to get scholarship program, which is kind of similar to the rest and the other initiatives we saw today. And so basically 30 times $1,000 scholarships. And to do that, they ask people to whether submit a video, okay, through YouTube though. I think it's a good way to do it. I know Facebook is great and we want people to interact there. I think the first step to go through YouTube is great as well. It's categorized well. It gives you a lot of business benefits, universal search, SEO, and so on and so forth. Ask people just to use a specific tag in their videos. So basically that's what you could do. Send and submit a video or write an essay. It's text, but those are the two options. People are not comfortable with video, so they will try the essay. So I think it's quite healthy as well and very clever. What they do as well to urge you, it's a bit like HSBC, a few options, a few steps in the application, in the contest. Application first, then vote, and then giving away the awards to the best shortlisted candidate. But here you see bonus, get votes, yeah. So urge people you know to contribute and to vote for your video. And I think it's the person, yes, 3 applicants who receive the most votes. So if you got rewarded with the most number of votes, then you can win an iPad, okay? And the first one wins an additional $1,000. So I think it's a great way, again, to energize your network, to urge people to do something you want them to do. So, you know what we do at Visible Banking. We're excited about social media in finance. At the same time, we're very pragmatic. What worked, what hasn't worked. How can you leverage social media for your specific brand in such a heavily regulated industry? How can you differentiate your brand compared to your competitors? How can you do a good job on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, video, online communities, on blogging, for instance? We would urge you to use existing content, repackage it, bring more context to it. We would urge you to not spend too much money at all on the interface, on the IT side of things first. We would help you to understand, to learn, and to grow your expertise internally, which I think is the most useful to a brand. So please connect. Feel free to reach out. We would be extremely, happy and delighted to talk to you and to see how we could start working together. There was Christophe Langlois on visible banking, exceptionally from Paris in France.